On the day of your 20th birthday, it could be exciting to finally enter a new decade in your life, only to realize that you're gonna have a whole new set of challenges moving forward. You probably feel like you aren't making enough progress. You see your friends online, succeeding, getting degrees, going on trips. You see people on Instagram flexing the Bugatti that they bought at 14 years old with their dropshipping business. So naturally, you'd believe that you're messing up. But I can assure you that you're being led on the journey that God has already prepared for you to take on. I just recently hit 29 years old, like literally a week ago. And in less than a year, I'll be officially done with my 20s, and I am ecstatic for it. I went about my 20s unconventionally, but I don't regret a single minute of it. So I'd like to share some of what I believed to be valuable during my time, and hopefully you can find something to take away from it. I believe that you should experiment with different skills, businesses, or careers. I personally never went to college right out of high school. I only recently completed my bachelor's degree in cybersecurity, and after about 4.5 months of work and $5,000, I can officially say I have a bachelor's degree. I saw the price tag for standard college and I noped out of that extremely quickly. I even almost went to art school in San Francisco, and thank the Lord I didn't, because that would have been a financial nightmare. I spent my time working regular jobs, Walmart, Amazon, all of these regular warehouse type gigs. But I also decided to spend some time to practice different ventures that I think were interesting. I became a real estate agent at 21 years old before the pandemic hit and shut everything down. And then towards the end of 2020, I became a personal trainer. I started Shopify stores, I sold little bracelets, I tried to learn how to day trade. That was a disaster. I was trying to do real estate wholesaling. I was all over the place. I was trying all kinds of different skills. But during that time, I learned a lot of hard skills such as sales, networking, marketing, nutrition, fitness, as well as soft skills such as humility, work ethic, and the power of socializing. All of these experiences, I believe, gave me a strong chance to pursue whatever it is I wanted to pursue. Getting the door slammed in your face or having someone tell your manager to stop asking them for training really build some character. I would highly suggest to you as a young 20-something to just try anything. You have so much leverage, and the fact that you're messing up won't ruin your life. You don't have any kids, you don't have any responsibilities, you likely aren't married. This is your chance to just move forward and see what sticks. Second thing is, I would say to save money immediately. You need to learn how money works. You don't have to be Wolf of Wall Street to understand, but you have to be able to comprehend the importance of compound interest and dollar cost averaging while leveraging the greatest asset that you have, which is time. Any job that you take, you can start to take advantage of their 401k plan, assuming that they match your money contribution. And then also investing just a little bit of money into exchange traded funds like VOO or VTI will end up becoming a giant sum of money that you could possibly live on later. This isn't gonna get you rich. This isn't gonna make you Jeff Bezos, but the point of this is just so you have more of an idea on what money is and how it can help you. Because if you don't, then it's gonna destroy you. I always look at money kind of like fire. I always look at credit cards and money like fire. Like, fire is a great thing. We couldn't really see ourselves living nowadays without it. However, when it's not controlled, when it's not understood, it'll grow, it'll burn everything and just destroy everything that it touches. Third thing is, I would say take some calculated risks. Move from your hometown. Start a new career if you're unhappy with the one that you're currently living. You don't have to stay where you're at. A lot of people nowadays have this gloomy mentality that wherever they are, they end up there and they just have to accept it forever, which is entirely not the case. I had coworkers in the past who were extremely complacent with where they were. They made no intention to change and decided to just stay where they were because they were comfortable. But they truly didn't believe that there were any other options out there. There are also people who are afraid to just move to a different city to find new opportunity. At 25 years old, I decided to fill up my 1998 Coupe Acura Integra, fill it up with my life, like my computers, like a water case, a bunch of clothes, and then move to a different city and start all over. I am eternally grateful that I made that decision because I could not be happier right now. I live alone, I have awesome friends, I just got my bachelor's degree, I have a new job in cybersecurity, I have an amazing girlfriend, and much more importantly, I have an abundance of inner peace. This is the kind of peace that I would have never acquired when I was back home, because at home, there was not like a safety haven for me. If you feel like your calling is elsewhere, I highly suggest that you take that risk. Do your research, understand where you're going, understand if it fits your goals, but just go for it. Fortune favors the bold. The next I'd say is learn some dating skills. I know a lot of people say that dating just isn't important. You should focus on yourself. However, I never really liked that mindset. It's because it'll drive you to isolation and you'll be unable to appropriately behave yourself when you do find a partner inevitably. You might become clingy, you might be avoidant, and you don't understand what you're doing, and you could drive away good people. You should be actively strengthening your dating muscle like you would in the gym, because it would only atrophy, also known as get smaller otherwise. And also, having a healthy dating life will make it so that you learn things about yourself that you never would have on your own. Don't let these internet doomers make you believe that it's better off to be by yourself. See, it's better to be alone than in bad company, but most of the time if you have the option, it is much better to have a strong, steady, romantic partner in your life. Maybe it's more freeing to be on your own, but I'm sorry, having a supportive partner just cannot be bested. The next I would say is to cultivate your fruit from the Holy Spirit. Now, this might drive some people away. I'm a man of faith. But I guess this only applies if you're spiritual. But even if you aren't spiritual, I believe this is still applicable. I recently came back to my own faith in Jesus, and I've noticed a significant shift in my demeanor and life outlook. I no longer feel afflicted with lust. I feel like my body is healthier. I feel like my mind is clearer. And I truly believe this is a result of allowing the Holy Spirit to live within me. Galatians 5:22 says, "But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against these things." There truly is nothing wrong about cultivating these aspects of your life. These are the fruits of the Holy Spirit, and they will only make you feel healthier and only make you feel more positive towards life. The last one, I should have said this earlier, but please start exercising. Just get in the gym. Please, it's self-explanatory. I used to work as a personal trainer for around 5 years, and I saw firsthand the effects of forgetting about your health has done to these people. I have met people who were extraordinarily depressed, and when they started losing some weight and feel more confident in their body, their entire move shifted completely. But before that, their minds were foggy and bogged down. Their bodies didn't work nearly as well. Their energy was just a lot more gray and dingy. It wasn't great. You only get a single body. Treat it like the temple it was meant to be. If you made it this far, thank you for watching my video. Please leave a comment about what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Or have a good day.